Hello, Mr. Wendra. Today, me and my team, consisting of me, Charles, Kevin, Nico, and Timothy, is going to present a financial fraud case that was done by PT Asuransi Kredit Indonesia, or known as PT Askrindo. So, PT Askrindo is a state-owned insurance company in Indonesia, and in 2017, it was involved in a financial fraud case involving fictitious investments totaling 439 billion rupiah. So, who committed the fraud? The financial fraud at PT Asuransi Kredit Indonesia was done by individuals within the company's management who abused their positions of trust. These individuals collaborated with external parties, including companies insured by Askrindo, by leveraging their access to company funds and decision-making authority. They facilitated and covered up the fraudulent activities. Their actions highlight the presence of weak internal controls and a culture of corruption that allowed such misconduct to occur undetected for a period.
So what kind of fraud was committed? The fraud primarily involved imaginary investments. In the scheme, large sums of money reportedly amounting to approximately 439 billion rupiah were funneled into investment projects that did not exist or were deliberately misinterpreted. This type of fraud is a classic tactic where funds are diverted under the guise of legitimate investments. Such fraudulent activities are often challenging to detect because they are disguised in the company's financial statements as part of regular business operations. In Asuransi Kredit Indonesia's case, these actions not only caused significant financial losses, but also eroded and damaged the company's reputation as a trustworthy state-owned enterprise.
So, what punishment were given to the perpetrators? The individuals involved in the fraud faced legal consequence. After investigation revealed their roles in the scheme, they were prosecuted under Indonesia anti-corruption laws. Punishment included imprisonment, fines, and order to repay the embezzled funds. Additionally, there were efforts to strengthen internal governance to prevent such incidents in the future. The case also sparked broader discussion about improving oversight mechanisms for state-owned enterprise, or called SOEs, in Indonesia.
So, where is the company located? PT Askrindo is headquartered in Jakarta, the capital city and economic hub of the country. As a state-owned enterprise, Askrindo plays a critical role in providing insurance and credit guarantees, particularly to support small and medium-sized enterprises. Its central location in Jakarta underscores its importance in Indonesia's financial and economic ecosystem.
So when did it happen? The fraudulent activities were exposed in 2017, although the exact timeline of when the fraud began remains unclear. It is likely that the fraudulent schemes were carried out over several years before being detected. The year 2017 became a turning point when investigate authorities, possibly prompted by irregularities in financial audits or whistleblower reports, uncovered the forbidden practices.
Next, why did the company commit fraud? Well, the fraud was primarily motivated by personal financial gain. Corrupt individuals within Askrindo's management exploited their positions to misappropriate funds, knowing that they could manipulate internal processes and overnight mechanisms to cover their tracks. Additionally, weak governance structures, inadequate checks and balances, and a lack of accountability created an environment where such fraudulent behavior could thrive. The absence of robust anti-fraud measures further worsened the situation, enabling the perpetrators to act with relative impunity until the fraud was eventually uncovered.
Next, how was the fraud detected? The fraud was uncovered through a combination of investigative efforts and audits. Financial discrepancies likely raised red flag, prompting authorities or independent auditors to scrutinize the company's record more closely. Investigators discovered that The so-called investments were either non-existent or grossly misrepresented. The collaboration between Askrindo's management and the external parties involved became evident during this investigation, shedding light on the scale and complexity of the fraud. This case served as a stark reminder of the importance of regular audits, whistleblower protection, and effective internal controls in preventing and detecting fraud.
In the end, the resolution and conclusion is Askrindo faced immense pressure to restore its credibility. The company took several measures to strengthen its governance and prevent future incidents, including 1. Signing an anti-fraud commitment charter, 2. Enhancing internal controls, 3. Training employees on anti-corruption measures. The case also underscored the need for a stricter oversight of state-owned enterprises in Indonesia, many of which manage significant public funds and play vital roles in the national economy. That's all from us. Thank you.